Hello, welcome to Email Basics Part 1. What is email? My name is Marlene, and I'll be your instructor for this first in a series of Email Basics classes. What is email? Email is an electronic mail service that is a way to send and receive messages across the internet. You access your email by either going through an internet browser, and you go to this website address of the email service provider, or you can download an email client software onto your computer. Now that is usually done for something like Outlook. You can also download an app to your mobile device for the email service. For example, Gmail. You can have a Gmail app on your smartphone or your tablet. You can also attach files to email messages. Gmail has a 25 megabit file size limit for email attachments. You can attach documents and pictures and other types of files. It's very nice to have a document to send a nice invitation when you're emailing an invitation, or to share photos of your vacation with friends and family. Here are a number of free email services, including Gmail and Outlook and Yahoo Mail. To send and receive emails, you will need an email account and an email address. Email addresses are always written in a standard format that includes a username, the @ symbol, and the email provider's domain. For example, janedoe@gmail.com. So you want to use a username that is appropriate to share with anyone. You don't want to use Hot Mama as an email username if you're applying for jobs. If your desired username is already in use, be creative. So, for example, try variations on your name, J. Smith or Jane Smith. You want to use dots, Jane.Smith. You can also add numbers, middle initials, or nicknames. For example, Jane.A.Smith, Jane.Smith 111. So this is our first of our lessons. Which of the following is an email address? Go ahead and go through the three options, and we'll look at our next slide, which will have the answer. So the answer is janesmith@gmail.com. And if you remember, we said that there would always need to be an @ sign in that address to show that it is an email address. Tips for creating a secure password. You will never want to give out your password to anyone because they can use that to access your account. You never want to use personal information, for example, the city you were born in. Many services that are trying to identify you in cases you forgot your password will use information like the city you were born in to identify you. So that can be used as a way of stealing your identity, so you don't want to use those in a password. You want to make it a unique password for each account that you create. And you would like to use a passphrase rather than a simple password. Before we knew about this, you used to be able to create just an 8-digit character string, and it would be usually a word where you substituted a letter or a symbol for one of the letters in the word. But that's not as secure as creating a longer passphrase, 12 to 20 characters. It should be a series of random words strung together, and you don't want to use a quote because it's too easy to guess. And you want to include numbers, capital letters, and symbols. For example, yellow, chocolate, number 56, Cadillac, and fish. You can see that those are random words. It would be hard for someone to guess what you've done, what words you've used in the password. So lesson 2, we want to look at which of these passwords are secure. And I'll give you a minute to go over those and then look at what the correct answer is. Remember, we want something that is long and that does not contain personal information. So the answer to this is option D, blue Dachshund number 8 socks. An easy way to remember that is to make up a little mnemonic device. For example, my blue Dachshund ate my socks. These are some additional resources that I use. I use Goodwill Community Foundation, learnfree.org. That's one of my favorite sites to find out information when I'm learning new things. And also I use digitallearn.org. That's the end of our presentation. Please look for future classes on email basics that will be covering additional topics. Thank you.